Hello LAP, this is Brandon Reisinger coming to you with your Chairman's Report. 2023 is off to a heck of a start here. It's been a couple of stressful weeks to say the least. Our order bank, we've got 27,723 escapes, 5,389 Corsair for a total of 33,112. Might as well go ahead and start with unemployment. That's probably what everybody's here to see about anyway. Unemployment, we had a lot of issues this past week on our e-file. I know there was a lot of talk about who was to blame, what went wrong. So after talking with our guy up in Frankfurt, it sounds like the e-file was sent over correctly by Labor Relations. When they were going to enter that file, whoever was entering it up in Frankfurt actually put in the previous week's Monday as our return to work date, which with it being prior to the date of the actual file, it just kicked it out and put us with no return to work date. That's what caused us all to have the work search pop up when we were trying to put our claims in online. We figured out how to get through the work search and answer those questions properly, but it's still, the work search hung everything up. So they had to go through those files, and it ended up, they tried to run an automatic fix. That didn't work, so they ended up going through them manually, one by one, actually approving the requests. Now, with them knowing what was going on and what our situation was, it made it pretty easy for them to go through them quickly. But it was still a lot for them to process. Wednesday, I think they got 1,100 of them done. Yesterday, I don't have the exact number, but they got most of what was remaining done. I do know we've still got a few of them that are hanging out. I've heard from some people today that are getting zero payment showing up on there, and those are still being worked through. Our unemployment rep has told us he is going to go through every claim on our e-file to make sure that they're right. So bear with us. They are still working on them. They're going to get them all taken care of. Do want to thank Brett Mitchell for helping me out with the unemployment. I know a lot of people, I've seen people saying, you know, thanks Brandon, appreciate it. I want to tell you, Brett's getting hit just as hard and working just as hard on that as I am. So I do want to give him a little bit of props as well. Let's see, next week, well, let's start with today. So today, our build number for today was 450. The plan is to run somewhere around 2.25 on each shift, give or take. Had a little bit of a hiccup over in trim this morning, but won't have a problem hitting that number. So as far as this week, I also wanted to let you know, Labor did send up an e-file just in case on Wednesday. I had them do that again because nothing's guaranteed. Didn't know for sure that we were going to run this week. Anybody that qualifies for short work week, you're going to get short work week this week. Don't worry about the e-file. You can throw it away when that letter comes. Anybody with less than a year or a TFT, you're going to want to claim on that, and you're going to want to, if you get holiday pay, you're going to claim 8 hours for the holiday, and then whatever hours we work today, you'll claim those as wages, and unemployment's going to pay out the difference. You'll claim that this coming Sunday. Next week, the plan is to start ramping up. I believe on Monday we're supposed to run about 550 trucks between each shift, and that number goes up each day throughout the week. Hopefully we're beyond all of our major issues. You know, I can't guarantee that we're not going to come up on our random Wednesday or Thursday where some vendor runs us out of parts, but we should be past the point where we're having a week off and be able to run more than we're not. I had been telling you all in the past couple of videos about the paint party coming up at the local hall. I did want to let you all know that is full, so if you were planning on coming up to sign up, they've already filled all the slots on that. The International Executive Board election runoffs, those ballots actually went out on the 12th. Most people started receiving those Monday. Should have gotten it at some point this week. If you haven't received it, I'll try and put the number down here in the description. There's a phone number and a website that you can use to contact the UAW monitor. Your local leadership or international leadership, we are not able to get your ballots for you. You have to actually go through the monitor to get those. But we'll put the contact in there, so if you haven't gotten one, you can reach out and get your ballot. I do want to tell you, I've spoke on this a couple of times now. Last time around, we had about 10% of our membership that voted in the election. That was less than actually voted to be able to vote in this election, which is just crazy. It doesn't take much time at all. That ballot's going to come to you in the mail. It comes in comes with a postage paid return envelope. All you got to do is fill out your ballot. It's got a little like white folder that you put your ballot inside of, stick it inside of the envelope, put it back in your mailbox, and that's all you've got to do. That's it. It's free, takes 5 minutes. Guys, this election is important for the future of international union, the local union. It has repercussions to the future of all of us. So please take the time to return your ballot and cast your vote. That's about all I've got for this week. Just kind of wanted to give everybody an update on what's going on at the plant, what's going on with unemployment, and have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.